Better community now. It's almost time once again for the annual Pan Mass Challenge for Kids, the 2019 PMC Kids Ride. It's next weekend in Suffield, Connecticut. Easy for me to say.
Easy for you to say.
And all funds, of course, go towards a great cause.
Yeah, this event has raised more than $250,000 in the past 7 years. Here to tell us more about how you can get involved along with your little ones is Nikolas, one of the event coordinators. Thank you so much for joining us.
Great to be here.
This is a cause that's very important to you. Tell us a little bit why.
Well, when I started, I was looking for a new challenge, and had been finished with running, and hopped on the bike, and actually signed up for the PMC 10 years ago before I actually bought a bike. So I hadn't been on a road bike in a long time.
Boy, you set the bar high right off the right out of the gate.
I had heard about it. Great event. I mean, everyone knows what the Jimmy Fund does and the great work at Dana-Farber. Started that, and a few years after that, my wife and I were looking for a kids ride, which they had started for their younger group. There was none anywhere near us here in Connecticut, in Suffield. So we did what any family with twin 2-year-olds and another one on the way would do, which is start our own event.
And couldn't find one to start one.
Yeah, and it's worked out even better than we could have ever hoped.
This was 8 years ago, the
this will
first
be our 8th
PMC
ride
Kids
coming
Ride.
up on the 11th of May. Yeah.
And you sent some staggering statistics. How much money have you raised so far through
All
this event?
in, we've hosted about 1,100 riders total, and past $250,000 raised just for our event last year.
Unreal.
Over the 7 years. And in our first year, we raised $11,000, which we thought was great.
I was going to say, did you ever think you'd reach this level?
We had a goal year one of 50 riders and $5,000. We had 83 riders and 11,000, and every number has gone up since. And last year we had 200 riders. The ride is the main piece of it. We've got a rock concert we do in town, a pasta dinner, some other events. Raised just under $65,000 last year alone.
You've never invited me to the pasta dinner, by the way. Just putting that out there.
October 26th.
It's always the bike ride. Maybe I should take the hint.
Yeah, right?
Sacred Heart Church in Suffield. So we'd love to have you both.
It's a kids ride. So what are the ages involved?
3 to 16, but we will won't turn a 2-year-old away or a 17-year-old, anyone that wants to ride. We have a parking lot course for the small kids on tricycles, blocked off, no cars, of course, and a 2.5 mile up and back. So a 5-mile loop for the older kids. Dozens of adult supervisors. The police department's great with us. They block off the roads. So it's very safe and well supervised. And the ride is great. We have a live band afterwards, lunch for everybody, a raffle and auction. It's at a school, so there's a playground. There's
Which school is it?
McAllister School in Suffield.
Can you register their day of?
You can register day of. You can register online before that at kids.pmc.org/Suffield. But everyone's welcome. It's not a Suffield-only event. Any town, there's no limit. If you want to ride, want to volunteer, want to just come support the raffle or cheer the kids on, everybody's welcome.
Well, what a great way, too, to encourage children to volunteer and start becoming more active in these charities. What do you find their general reaction is after this event?
They have a blast.
They nap real well.
Yeah,
well,
they go right to bed.
It's worked well with the families because it's Mother's Day weekend, so we get them off and get them real tired on that first day, so maybe they'll get some downtime in the afternoon. The reaction is great. Most of them don't know why they're riding. Some of the older ones do. But
again, Jimmy Fund,
which is a great cause. And we don't harp on the cancer part of it too much. We do harp on the Jimmy Fund part, but a lot of the younger kids are there to have fun. They ride their bikes, they're with their friends. There's pizza, face painters, all kinds of good things going on. So they have a blast. But we have, as a group, our volunteers, our committee, we have survivors that are involved, and almost everyone's been impacted in some fashion by cancer along the way.
Yeah.
And everyone knows that the Jimmy Fund and Dana-Farber is as well-respected a group as there is out there. I've been there as a PMC rider. I've been there as the son of a patient. I've seen up close the work they do, not just the doctors and nurses and researchers, but the whole staff. It's an incredible place. So, and we know that in our events, every last dollar we raise goes to the Jimmy Fund. There's no fees or administrative costs.
We can tell you are passionate, and they're lucky to have you organizing such an event. Again, it's coming up.
A week from Saturday, May 11th.
All right.
Suffield, Connecticut.
Yep.
Tickets still available. Folks, get more information.
Our Facebook page at Suffield Kids Ride or kids.pmc.org. Everything you need to know, and you can sign up right on the spot.
All right, Chris,
Well,
thank you.
so
I'll see
much,
you in
Chris.
October for that pasta dinner.
Can't wait. I'll make sure to invite you both.
Mark it in your calendar.
Thank you.